everyone, and welcome to my review of the CFA ESG exam. My name is Josh and I'm an actuary who currently works in sustainable finance, and CFA ESG was a stepping stone on my journey to becoming a sustainable investment professional. I thought in this video I would share what I liked about the exam, what I didn't like about the exam. Hopefully that can help you make a decision about whether or not it's something you'd like to pursue as well. So reasons why I like the CFA ESG exam. Number one, it allowed me to very quickly get up to speed on sustainable investment. It's a fast growing area, it's quite a complex area, so it was a great way for me to go from basically knowing nothing at all to knowing actually a reasonable amount. The second reason I really liked it was because it approaches everything from a financial perspective, and if you work in the financial industry you'll know that it's our fiduciary duty to prioritise generating returns for our clients, so understanding how ESG issues kind of interact with generating financial returns is really important. And the course has loads of examples of times when an equity price or a bond price of a corporate or a sovereign has been affected materially by environmental, social or governance issues. Another thing I really liked about the exam is it goes a bit into the history of ESG investing. So having been in the financial industry for nearly 10 years now, there always had been talk of ESG investing, but it was very much from the perspective of kind of values orientated investing. So these are certain things that I don't want to have in my portfolio, please can we exclude them? So when the explosion in ESG and sustainability happened more recently, it was very easy to think that this was something quite new in the industry, and the CFA ESG actually brings a lot of history and talks through, where ESG investing came from, and it hasn't always been a hot topic, but it's been around since kind of the early 90s, so that was really interesting to me as well. The final thing I really liked about the exam is it provides a really useful summary of the global regulatory environment. So sustainability regulation in some markets, in particular Europe, has moved extremely quickly, and that is something that it can often be hard to keep up with. So really like how it kind of summarises this is the regulatory environment in key markets, typically US, UK and Europe, and it really enabled me to keep up to speed. So reasons why I didn't like it. I didn't like that it had very limited depth on asset classes outside of equity. As a fixed income specialist, I like to understand how it applies to bonds, and obviously green bonds, sustainable bonds are a big part of the financial market, and I didn't really like how it didn't do that much justice in my opinion. I also didn't like it doesn't cover impact investing. That's another big part of sustainable investment, and actually perhaps one that's more intuitive to people. So the idea that you can invest, generate positive financial returns, but also generate positive environmental or social impact. And that's an area that's become extremely popular at the moment. The final thing I didn't like is that the exam's just a bit tedious. It's multiple choice. You have to do it online. It can be over quite quickly if you can get through the material, but multiple choice. So overall, I'd really recommend doing the ESG CFA exam. It enabled me to very quickly upskill in the area of ESG investing, and also presents all the information from a financial basis, which is critical if you work in the area. I like learning a bit about the history, maybe that's just a personal reason, and then also liked the fact that it covers off the regulatory environment, which is actually just quite helpful. That was my review of the ESG CFA exam. If you're interested in taking the exam, hopefully this video is useful as provide a quick summary. So as actually working in investment, I think it's really important that we understand these issues and factor them into our decision-making processes, and this is a great way to do that. Thanks for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comments section down below, and we'll see you in the next video.